Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys a few hairstyle ideas for the holidays. If you have like wavy or curly hair, this would also totally work if you don't have naturally textured hair. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Before we do, I would love if you would consider subscribing down below and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. You can also come join me over on Instagram and Twitter. They are linked in my description box down below. And let's get into the styles. All right, so even though all of these hairstyles are fairly simple and easy, this first one is very, very easy to do. It's a half up, half down. You guys know I do a lot of these when I do hairstyle videos on my channel. But this one, you can kind of add like a holiday touch to it. And I'll show you guys. So I'm gonna part my hair down the center very carefully. I don't want to break up too much of my clumps, so I'm just kind of carefully parting my hair. And then what kind of makes this festive and fun is to do like a colored scrunchie. So I have like this dark burgundy red one, which actually like matches my top sort of, and then like this dark green one. It's like an emerald green. Or you could do something like this. Whoop, I have hairs on here. This is like a ribbed scrunchie from the brand Heritage, I'm pretty sure. And it's just like this cream colored ribbed scrunchie, and I think this would also be really, really cute. But I think I'm gonna use this green one today because it's like fun and it'll be like a red and green sort of moment with my top, even though this is more like a burgundy type color. But anyways, I'm gonna grab some pieces here and just pull them out like I often do when I do half up, half downs. Gather a section from the top of my hair, and we're keeping that middle part but sort of pulling it back so that you have this like, I don't want to mess up my hair too much, so that we have this sort of like bumpy, messy kind of look. And then I'm going to take my scrunchie, pull my hair up in here, pull it halfway through, twist it, and then do it over my hair again. Hopefully that makes sense. It's just sort of like a messy little top knot bun sort of situation. And hopefully you guys can see on camera. I feel like this is like a very trendy sort of look. Let me pull the hair out a little bit so it's not too tight. I don't know if the camera will pick up the color of the scrunchie, but in person you can see it, and it just adds a fun little festive sort of touch. And it's just like this little messy, but still really like easily dressed up, sort of half up, half down. And of course, you can do the bun even higher if you want. You're just gonna lose the middle part a little bit more. But if you want it a little bit higher, you can adjust it sort of to your liking. I'm really excited about this next one because we're gonna be incorporating a scarf. You guys know how much I love hair scarves, and honestly, I should wear them in my daily life a little bit more, but I do love hair scarves. I just don't tend to reach for them all the time personally. I just love doing styles with them because I love the way they look. I'm just very simple when it comes to my hair. So I'm gonna take some pieces out, kind of like a big chunk on each side, and pull the rest back. For this style, I'm gonna be using my hair fork. I've talked about this before, you guys. I did a whole video on styles with this, and I love it so much. And I'm gonna do sort of something reminiscent of a twist. Twist my hair up like this, loop it over, and then so you can see this side is twisted, but I'm still keeping this loop at the top. It's gonna be a little messy, but I'm gonna take the fork. If you want to see how I use this specifically, go watch my video that I did with it. But I do it where the bend of the fork is going away from my head. I push it into one side, make sure that it's like picking up the hair, some of the hair on my scalp, and then I push it through and over. And then I'm gonna try to hide it sort of with some of my hair on this side. And it may take a couple of times to get it how you want it, but this is how it looks. And then I'm gonna grab my scarf, which is a fun red, like polka dotted. I'm gonna fold the scarf how I always do when I tie it around my head, and it's just like a triangle like this, corner to corner, and then we sort of just roll it up from the top going down to the peak there. And then I'm gonna put it at the base of my neck here and around my head, and we're gonna kind of tie off to the side here, but then we're just gonna tuck the ends of the scarf underneath this band area here so it looks more smooth, and there we have it. a really fun little scarf hairstyle with the French slash swerve pin that I use. You could of course tie it where the knot is at the nape of your neck if you don't want it showing up here, but I just did that because it's really easy to see what I'm doing and I think it looks just as cute. And the really nice thing about that pin is that you can just pull it out and your hair falls out and you don't have to worry about like pulling or tugging on your hair, but it still stays in my hair nicely as long as I want it to, which is really nice. The next style, which is a low ponytail, I'm gonna take out some hair. We're gonna pull the hair back, but I'm gonna take sections off of the side like this. So then you just have this section remaining here in the back. Taking these two sections here, we're gonna make sort of like a ponytail with these two, but we're not gonna add that last section into it. We're just leaving that back section down. I think I'm actually gonna use this scrunchie because even though it is a scrunchie, it's very thin, and this hair tie is a little bit stronger and thicker hold, so it doesn't move as easily, if that makes sense. Kind of holds its position more, and it's not what we're going for with this one. So I'm gonna make a loose sort of ponytail with those two sections and maybe pull it down even more. So we have like a hole right here. We're going to take that and twist it. So it's kind of far down here, we're twisting. We have this section here and the hair tie is further down. And then through this loop, I'm gonna pull the rest of this hair right here. And then from there, you can tighten that bottom section if you want, so it doesn't show as easily. And then you have this sort of twisted ponytail. All right, so this next hairstyle looks sophisticated and put together, but it's very simple. And we're gonna do like a low bun. So I'm gonna part my hair in a sort of side part, just not very deep. Again, pulling some hair out of the front. I feel like this is just like a staple thing with waves or curls. It just looks really pretty in my opinion. I just pulled out a little bit more hair than we did before, and I'm sorry you guys if you can hear the traffic in the background. That's just how it is here. I talk about it in a lot of my videos. So we're gonna gather all the hair back like this. I'm gonna grab a hair tie. You can use whatever works for you. This one is also, I believe, from the Heritage brand. It's a little bit more gentle on your hair than a really tight, thin hairband, but it's not as thick or fluffy as a scrunchie. I'm gonna put the hair into a low ponytail. Pull it out a little bit so that it's not too tight. Flip the hair up like this. Grab a little section of this tie, just one section, and pull through like a little knot, like the bottom part of the ponytail. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing, depending how much hair you have. And then I'm gonna take the top part of my hair and sort of like pull this over that little like makeshift bun we've made, sort of. Maybe you have to pull some more of it through so you have enough hair. And then we're gonna tuck those ends under and pin them. So let me grab some bobby pins. And it's not perfect, but you get the idea. This one ended up pretty low. You could do it a little bit higher if you want to, because you're gonna end up having that hair come down further. But this is what it looks like. It's just a very low, sort of like messy style, but it's very easily dressed up and it can look really elegant if it's done right. So you shouldn't have problems with this falling out if you do enough bobby pins and you make your tie tight enough. It is a little bit hard to do these hairstyles when I just have a small mirror in front of me and I'm trying to get everything on camera. So keep that in mind if they're not perfect. That's why I don't do a lot of hairstyle videos, because it's very hard to show on camera. I don't have the most perfect setup for it. So, and then for the last style, we're gonna be doing kind of like a pinned up curly hairstyle, like to accentuate the waves in your hair. So I'm gonna do the part on this side this time, and we'll do it a little bit deeper since I haven't really done that for the other styles. And I'll pull out a decent amount of hair here and a little bit on this side. And then we're gonna kind of like pull the hair up We'll do like a decently high ponytail, trying not to pull the hair too tight against the head because I don't want it to be like a tight bun. I want to keep the part and have it stay a little bit messy and bumpy on the top. I really like that personally, that look with my hair. I'm going to tie the ponytail, just 2 loops, keep it simple. Not too tight, not too loose. Make sure my hair isn't too bumpy or too sticking out, but also not perfect. And then we're gonna take piece by piece. I'm gonna do pretty big sections of hair, to be honest, and just twist and sort of loop and pin. Create these messy like sections of pinned up hair. I've done similar stuff to this in past videos, but not specifically like this, so. And I feel like it works best if you put your hair in a ponytail first because it just stays up better, to be honest. Whereas if you just start pinning hair randomly, the likelihood that it's gonna stay isn't super high. And you could, of course, do a middle part with this, whatever you want. I just think that for how fast and easy this hairstyle is, it looks so pretty and elegant and just like you spent a lot more time on your hair than you actually did. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites, especially for the holidays. You could do this for like a holiday party or something. And I just think it's the perfect updo for textured hair. Even if you want to, like I said earlier, just put some heat waves in your hair and add some texture like that. I think that's beautiful as well. It's gonna look a little bit different every time because you're just messily pinning up the pieces, but I definitely think it's worth it to try it regardless of your hair type if you just wanna add in some waves. All right guys, so that is gonna be it. That was 5 hairstyles that you can do. They do take a little bit of practice, but they're fairly simple and quick once you get the hang of it. Hopefully this video gave you guys some ideas and I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you will subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.